Hello again, everyone. My name is Michael Brewer, and I am Director of Music at Emmanuel Episcopal Church in Athens, Georgia. It's a pleasure to bring you this week's meditation, in which I thought I'd talk a bit about the 23rd Psalm. As you know, it's been a difficult week in this country. As I followed the news, my thoughts have turned to the words of Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures and leads me beside still waters. He revives my soul and guides me along right pathways for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You spread a table before me in the presence of those who trouble me. You have anointed my head with oil, and my cup is running over. Surely your goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. As some of you know, for my day job, I'm a web developer for the University of Georgia. I've been working in or around computers for over 25 years now, and one of the interesting concepts I've picked up along the way is FUD, an acronym that stands for Fear, Uncertainty, and Doubt. This term is usually used in the open source community to refer to marketing tactics used by commercial vendors against free or open source software solutions. No one ever got fired buying fill in the blank. Generally speaking, when you see a vendor spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt about something, that's usually a signal that they don't feel they can prevail on the merits of their product. So the only thing they can do is make you afraid of the alternative. Even when we recognize this, it's still a very effective marketing strategy, triggering our fight or flight response, awakening the limbic lizard part of our brains, is far easier than we tend to think it will be, even when we know it's coming. One of the wonderful things about music, especially church music, is that the practice of making music, especially different music every week, helps one deal with fear, uncertainty, and doubt. There's nothing like singing in a church choir every week to help you work on managing your emotions, learning to trust in your neighbor as well as in yourself, supporting one another through the parts you know well as those in which one isn't quite as sure, creating a whole greater than the sum of its parts every week, celebrating and practicing connection, support, empathy through music, at times being the sheep and at other times being the shepherd. Once you know what to look for, you'll see FUD marketing everywhere, not just in technology. Use our product and you'll be attractive. What will happen to us if we look unkempt, smell bad, watch the wrong TV shows, or some other horror of existence? Of course, in an election year, we see this strategy laid on thickly, doubled down upon. These hypothetical worst-case outcomes are now reinforced by a pandemic, which has forced us to examine our interconnectivity to society, to discover what is important for us to maintain, to see in our masked faces our compassion for and protection of our fellow humans. God is in us. In this pandemic, we are both the shepherd and the sheep. We are encouraged to social distance, to stay at home, to slow down, to lie down in green pastures, to seek the still waters. You have anointed my head with oil, and my cup is running over. On this midday meditation, please take some time to appreciate the privileges you have in life, the places where your cups run over. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Take this moment to remember that God is with you, in us, around us. Recognize those signs of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt when you see them in the world. And remember that God is with you. Remember the comfort of Christ, and you need not fear. Then be the shepherd for others as well. There are many, many settings of Psalm 23 that we've performed over the years, usually during the season of Easter. Easter 4 in particular, Good Shepherd Sunday, when we get to sing Brother James Eyre and other settings of that marvelous text. I'd like to leave you today with the Psalm 23 setting by Bobby McFerrin. Yes, the Don't Worry, Be Happy guy. He wrote this setting and dedicated it to his mother. It's a feminine, inclusive version, written as a standard 10-chord Anglican chant. Its message of empathy, inclusion, and warmth complements the psalm quite nicely. Thank you for listening and for being with us today. I look forward to the time when we can all come together without fear, uncertainty, or doubt, dwelling in the house of the Lord.
The Lord is my shepherd, I have all I need. She makes me lie down in green meadows, beside the still waters she will lead. She restores my soul, she rights my wrongs, she leads me in a path of good things, and fills my heart with songs. Even though I walk through a dark and dreary land, there is nothing that can shake me. She has said she won't forsake me. I'm in her hand. She sets a table before me in the presence of my foes. She anoints my head with oil, and my cup overflows. Surely, surely goodness and kindness will follow me all the days of my life, and I will live in her house forever, forever and ever. Glory be to our Mother and Daughter and to the Holy of Holies, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end.